Power rankings, week 7. And yeah. Starting out, going down a single spot, we have the Carolina Panthers. Panthers, sorry, but still don't trust you. You're down your head coach, which probably is an upgrade, honestly. You're now down Robbie Anderson. You got a 6 and a 7 for. You just didn't get good value. Your team's getting worse. And granted, yeah, you're going to be back probably in a few years. You're going to have the draft to focus on and everything. But unfortunately, you're last. 31, they're also going down a spot. We got the Chicago Bears. Coming up just, oh, by the way, the Panthers lost to the Rams. Bears come up just short against the, actually, let's talk about 30 as well while we're here. Number 30, I have the Commanders. They're going up 2 spots. These two teams played each other on Thursday Night Football. It wasn't the greatest game, but it was definitely better than last week's where the Colts and Broncos played. It was a 12-7 game. So, very bad. The Commanders come out with the win. The Bears were literally a yard short of winning. And, yeah, that's what happened. Unfortunately, I'm going to give the Commanders the edge over the Bears here, which will be Commanders at 30, Bears at 31, Commanders up 2 spots. 29 now, staying the same. We have the Lions. They had a bye week. They're one of 4 teams as well. 28, Texans. They were another of the 4 teams to have a bye week. But the Texans go down a spot. 27, we have the Broncos. You guys just can't catch a break, can you? That's how many games now you've lost in a close game. Yeah. Also, they're on Monday night. I don't know, but I hope to God that was their last primetime game. I think even Broncos fans are fed up with seeing them on primetime. You lost in overtime to the Chargers on Monday night, so yeah. Go. They went down for spots, dropping down 5. We have the Jaguars. They were unable to defeat the Indianapolis Colts. They did keep it close for a while. In fact, the whole way. It was a 34-27 game. I believe the Colts won towards the end of the game. The Jaguars were leading majority of the time, I believe. So, you might be wondering why I have the Jaguars so low. Well, quite frankly, it was because I was super shocked with them. Come week 3, they're 2-1. You're thinking, oh, they're one of the better teams in the league because the one team they lost to was the Commanders in week 1, which is completely fine for losing in week 1. But since then, they've kind of fallen off. So, yeah. 25, we have NOLA, the Saints, New Orleans. They're going to be dropping down 3 spots. Unable to pick up the win against the Bengals. Kept it close, though. We're winning majority of the time. And that's saying something when your quarterback's injured. Your backup's Andy Dalton, who literally spent 9 years, I believe, with the Bengals. And you literally had a run game, and that was it. So that's saying something, at least. 24, we have the Steelers. They're going up 5 spots. They're getting a win over the Buccaneers. Good job. Kenny Pickett probably going to be out for next week, but Mitch Trubisky was able to come back and win after Kenny Pickett got injured in the 3rd. It was a very close game between the Steelers and Bucks too. 23, we have the Falcons. They're going up 3 spots. They pick up the win against the 49ers, 28-14. Had a very good game, and that's saying a lot. Falcons should potentially even be in first place in their division, but, I mean, the refs screwed them over last week. Big shocker that the refs helped Brady out. We've never seen that story before. But Falcons, I mean, you're impressing people. People didn't expect anything out of you. Personally, I believe a lot of people had you with the first overall pick. I think I had you with the second overall pick. That's saying something. 22, we have the Seahawks. They're going to be jumping up 3 spots. They pick up a win against the Cardinals. And the Seahawks are just... wow. Geno Smith is playing better than Russell Wilson. Yeah, that's happening. The Seahawks are 3-3. The Broncos are 2-4. That's... wow. Anyway, they beat the Cardinals as well. 21 down 2 spots. We got the Browns. They were unable to pick up the win against the Patriots. They lost, I believe, like 38-15 or something. On the money. I mean, wow. I'm just so smart. That puts you down in 2-4. You guys have looked very impressive for what people had expectations. Nobody thought Jacoby Brissett would be that great. And, I mean, he's shown so far he's not the worst in the world. So props to him. Numero 20 we have staying the same as the Raiders. Oh boy. Well, decent amount of teams now. The Raiders, they had a bye week, so they get a pass. Number 19 though, Cardinals, unable to pick up the Cardinals going down 6 spots. Unable to pick up the win against the Seahawks, losing 19-9. You guys make some changes. You lose Marquise Brown for a while. You get DeAndre Hopkins back. And you now have Robbie Anderson on your team, which I don't understand. What was the point of drafting Rondale Moore, who I am very high on? I think he's going to be great in the league. What's the point of drafting Rondale Moore if he's never going to play? Because what? The receiving core is what? DeAndre Hopkins, Robbie Anderson, Marquise Brown, AJ Green, and then probably Rondale Moore. That means he's the 5th receiver. Number 18. I have the Packers going down 10 spots. I'm a Packers fan, so I know all about this. The Packers are not playing good football. There's just no excuse. They need to be playing better, or they need to start tanking. And there's just not one problem. There's Aaron Rodgers, probably too uncomfortable with the O-line has not been performing up to standards. The receivers, he's really only thrown to Randall Cobb and Allen Lazard the most. And now Randall Cobb is going to be out for 2 to 4 weeks with an ankle injury. The defense has been playing way below par. I personally thought they were going to be top 5, and they have not looked anywhere near top 5. And of course, the scheme, the play calling. Why aren't you running the ball with your 2 running backs? You have a top 5 running back duo in the league. Why aren't you running the ball? You have crappy receivers and a great running duo. So why do you pass the ball? It doesn't matter if Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers. You got to win games. Next, 17, we got the Jets. They go up how many spots? 6 spots. They pick up the win against the Packers. I probably should have just scrolled up for that. After we destroying them 27-10. Breece Hall is looking like a machine so far. That's about it. Breece Hall was like the main focus point. Besides the special teams, they got a blocked field goal and a blocked punt. So very impressive. Zach Wilson, I can't say anything about him. Even though they're doing well, it hasn't been because of Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, I believe, threw the ball like 10 times that game. And that's saying that they can rely on the run. So Zach Wilson could be like a Joe Flacco. He never really has to throw, but he's reliable enough when you need him. 16, we have the Colts. They're going to be going up a spot. Picking up a win over the Jaguars. Matt Ryan looked great. He threw the ball a lot. Your first string running back looked great, which is saying something. The fact that you've arguably got the best running back in the league. You have one of the best receiving backs in the league in Nyheim Hines. And then your first string running back's popping off as well. 15, we have the Titans. They're going to be staying the same. This was the fourth and final team to have a bye week this week. 14, we have the Patriots. They're going to be going up 2 spots. A dominant win over the Browns is what you need as a confidence boost. Although, you have a quarterback battle potentially. Bailey Zappi, Mac Jones. Who's going to get the job when, Mac Jones is back? Big question. Now up to 13, we had the Bucs going up a spot. Yeah, you lose, but ultimately I still think you're great. And honestly, I don't think the teams, below you are better than you, so you're lucky. One more bad game and you're going to be ending up like the Packers. Very high hopes, but you're down at the bottom. 12, we have the Dolphins. They're going to be staying the same. They've kept it close with the teams they've played. The Jets. The Jets, yeah. They kept it close for the most part, and then, in the fourth quarter, things just got away. And the Jets have looked very good. Then you have the Vikings, who are 5-1. You barely lose to them with your. How does Skylar Thompson get injured? You're playing Teddy Bridgewater, who we don't know, how good he is. We don't even know if he's fully healthy right now. And you almost win. I can't drop them lower than 12. I understand, yeah, they've lost 3 straight, but they've lost all 3 of their quarterbacks to injury. That is not good. And yeah, Teddy Bridgewater is still playing out there, but he's playing injured. Number 11, we have the Rams. They finally pick up the win. They're going to be moving nowhere to stay the same. They get a win. Good job. Who was it against? The Panthers. Okay, moving on. Number 10, entering the top 10, we have the 49ers. They're going to be dropping down 7 spots. You weren't able to beat the Falcons. You were pretty injured, though. So do you get a pass? I still think you're one of the best teams in the league. So I think that game might just be a tone setter. Maybe you're not as flawless as people thought you were. People like me. 9, we have the Giants. They're going to be going up 9 spots, making their way into the top 10 finally. It's about dang time. After getting an impressive come-from-behind win against the Ravens, I finally am a Giants believer. Daniel Jones has been looking excellent for Daniel Jones' expectations. Brian Daboll, he coached Josh Allen. Now we can see maybe Daniel Jones' true potential. And this is good. If you're a Giants fan, you have got to be loving it. You're finally getting to see what you wanted to see out of your quarterback. Your team's finally putting it together. You've had a pretty solid defense. The receivers, are your receivers. They're nothing special, but definitely, could do worse. And you arguably have the best lineman in the league in Andrew Thomas, who's been playing phenomenal this year. Number 8, we have the Vikings. They're going to be going up 2 spots. You pick up a win against the Dolphins. Good job. But, man, have you guys looked horrible. You're one of 2 5-1 teams. You're the only teams better are the Eagles and potentially Giants when it comes out of the record. Oh, and Bills. Bills are actually 5-1 as well. You guys just have not looked great. For 5 wins, you have escaped away with a lot of those wins, and they have not looked pretty. So it means that you're able to get wins. But if you're able to get wins and you can, find your true potential, which I know the Vikings have. I have been afraid of it for so long. They've had a roster. They just haven't had a good coach. You guys are going to be a scary team in the NFC. Well, maybe not with Kirk Cousins, but if you get a quarterback, then, yeah. Then we have the Chargers. They're going up 2 spots. They beat the Broncos on prime time. Dustin Hopkins, game-winning field goal in overtime, 19-16. I'm just so high on the Chargers. That's why I have them so high. And, yeah. Number 6, we got them boys going up a spot, even though they lost. Even though Cowboys fans are trying to find every excuse in the book, they still kept it close with the Eagles. So, fair play. And they had their backup quarterback. And the good news is, Cowboys fans, you can finally say Cooper Rush is not, a good quarterback. You can finally say there's no longer a QB controversy. You can finally say that. But you lost to the best team in the league record-wise. That's saying a whole lot that you kept it that close with a backup quarterback. But it's also saying a lot when you have one of the best defenses in the league, including one of the best defenders in Micah Parsons. Trayvon Diggs has looked exceptional. DeMarcus Lawrence is DeMarcus Lawrence. And your secondary is pretty good. Your D-line's pretty good. Once Dak is back, I have no doubt in my mind you guys will start clicking and getting wins. Number 5, the Bengals are going up a spot. They pick up a very depressing win against the Saints. Wasn't that impressive? But the reason I have the Bengals so high, people are going to say, oh, you idiot, is look at the Bengals. And I have been saying this. My whole family is Bengals fans. And I have been telling them, the Bengals are a great... Well, I haven't been telling them, but I told them after the Super Bowl, the Bengals are a great team, but you're probably not going to win a Super Bowl with Zach Taylor as your head coach. And the issue is, you know who the owner of the Bengals is? Mike Brown. He kept Marvin Lewis around for 18 goddamn years. The Bengals are going... If that happens again, the Bengals are going to end up exactly how they ended up with Andy Dalton. They're going to do good the first 2 years, and then they're going to get slowly worse and worse and worse. Come on, Bengals. I know you can do it. Just fire Zach Taylor at the end of the year if you even have to, and you'll be fine. Number 4, we got the Ravens are going up a spot. Even though you lost, you choked away your win. That's crazy. That's like the third time now you've lost a game because you choked it away. First Dolphins, now Giants and Bills. What is happening, Ravens? I'm so high on you guys. All your defense has to do is hold on, or all your offense has to do is just give it one more drive, and you guys would be fine. You guys would probably, I'd say, be 5-1 right now. But you're free and free. Number 3, speaking of, is the Chiefs. They're staying the same. Number 2, Eagles. They're staying the same. Number 1, Bills. They're staying the same. Chiefs and Bills. They played each other. Bills narrowly escaped the win. That's why I have the Chiefs so high, is because I have the Bills number 1 and the Chiefs kept it that close. And the Eagles are number 2. You're still undefeated. You beat the Cowboys, so congratulations. That is my power rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you next time, tomorrow to be exact, with predictions. And I hope you agree with my picks. And goodbye.